Hello, soul friends. This is Mary, and welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be all about big life steps. I don't even understand what that means, but something big coming along in your life. So we're going to use some Lenormand cards. I say it the German way, and it still sounds wrong. These four are speaking to me for some reason. And I don't really know how to read these, but we're just going to try. I will put a description for where to get these in the description box. It's one of the cards that recently came with a bag and not a box. So I don't have all the goodies to show you. So I will put in the description box where to get these Christmas themed or winter themed Lenormand cards. And let's see what we got for group one. We have the bouquet, number 9. Group 2, we have 26, a ring. Group 4, we have a fox. And, group 4, you also have a bouquet. Shoot. Number 30. Looks like I'm going to have to do a little detective work of my own, figure out what the heck this is. Remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot or oracle reading is your spirit guides coming forward to give you advice, or it is simply your subconscious mind helping you answer life's ponders. And no matter how you look at that, it is healthy and you are in the right place. So let's get you some rocks, shall we? Group 2, you can be this little heart here. Group 3, what am I going to do with you? Let's use this one. I have a lot of red jasper, but it's all good. And group 4, let's give you some snowy quartz. All right. We will be using, I don't know, one of these tarot decks. Well, let's use this one since the box is nice and handy for clarifications on big life steps, and we will see you in your individual readings. Bye. Hello, group 1. So if you picked the gold sheen obsidian, which we can never quite see the sheen unless I really try to make it work, but I don't think I can get it today. The way the light is in here. Sorry, it's quite gold and cute. You got number 9, the flowers or the bouquet of flowers. I was looking up that the 30 card is just the lily. So that's the difference between the two. So this is about good energy, positive energy. I do get, I don't know, not so much wedding vibes, but maybe like happy courtship or like engagement vibes for some. Gross does not have to be all. Hopefully it's not all, because that would be an insane amount of grossness, you guys. Come on. Like, I've been saying gross a lot, and, you know, congratulations. But yeah, it's some kind of a young courtship or excitement about something, like high energy. I get like Ace of Wands energy with this card. New beginnings, like graduations, rites of passage, things of that nature. Just blessed times in our lives. Ah. Well, how's that for big life stuff? Let's look at some tarot for you. Four of Canes, which in this case is 4 of Wands. I have another deck over here where the canes are swords, but luckily they put those on the, they put them on those decks, so I don't mix them up. But this is 4 of Wands, which is another wedding card, courtship, feeling balanced. 3 of Wands. Wait a minute. Now they're starting to make me feel like this is... Nope. Y'all, I'm saying it wrong. These are swords because this is about rest. This is about heartache. So what do they use for the wands? Candles or some stuff? Candles or some such stuff? Yes. Okay. My bad. My fumbles. Dang Christmas cards anyway. Swords. All right. There's swords in the other one too. Notice their sharp little pointy points. Okay. So this is not a wedding card. Ha ha. Just kidding. This one still is. This is more along the lines of having some rest and rejuvenation. And then this is about healing from something. So I feel like some of you are definitely coming out of like a weird healing of the heart, but I also feel some healings of the body. I feel like some of you are like, can my body actually heal from this? And you're like, whoa, it actually can. Like it's healing better than you thought in some cases. Remember, go to a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Okay, so anyway. 6 of Cups, having some nostalgic feelings, maybe having some visits from people from the past. 2 of Pentacles, I see some juggling around this time in your life. 7 of Cups in reverse. You're definitely being choosy about what you're letting into your life because of this heartache energy. I want to get another one of these little Lenormand cards. I can't say it. It sucks. Sucks being a reader and not being able to pronounce that. Remember we were talking about 4 of Wands before? Well, here it is, that homey card. And those people are going up to that little house. This reminds me of a house that I went to, one of the few like cocktail parties I went to in college. Gosh. Comment in the comment section if you went to cocktail parties in college. They were something else. And it depended on who was throwing them. Usually it was a professor, somebody older. Okay, so usually they had some sort of semblance of control or order going on, but not always. And this was one of the ones where they did. It was very homey, but they had this beautiful little Victorian house and like cheese balls and stuff like that all over the counter and like cute little decorative candles. And I'm sure the little decorative candles were giving us all cancer. We had no idea. But anyway, it was quite homey, like this cute little house. So there's definitely these like feelings of going home. For some reason, this house reminds me of that. Yeah, I watch it every year, but I'm still going to say that it's dumb, like a stupid dumb movie, because it is like, it's called The Holiday and it's so dumb, but I watch it every year. It's like one of those cheesy Christmas movies. Every year I watch this garbage. And anyway, that house reminds me of the little cottage that they stay in. One of them stays in that movie. Don't watch it because I told you to. It's pretty garbage, but I love it. It's just the right kind of garbage I like during the holiday season. You know what I'm saying? You know? All right. Other big life things are happening with you. It feels like maybe moving. Oh, gross. What is going on, you guys? I need to explain this one. Ew. Are you doing the whole love verse? I feel like this whole... Uh-oh. Stranger alert. I shouldn't have even tried. Anyway. Were we talking about these gross little lovebirds? Yeah. So I had this flash. Remember I was talking about that college thing? Well, that's when I fell in love and met my life partner, which is super gross. We're so gross. We're still together. It's gross. Okay. So anyway, I'm flashing back to that time in our lives where we were both at college and it was very snowy where we lived and very rainy and cold. And anyway, we were so in love. And so I'm flashing back to those times because I feel like some of you are in love with going to college and some of you are in love while you're at college and some of you feel like you're in love and you feel that nostalgic feeling of just starting out like you did when you went to college. I hope all of those sink in for the people that needed to hear it because I'm not going to gross myself out by saying it again. It's just the way I feel. I said no, you guys. Okay. Lettermans don't do reversals, I read. The stork. Is that a stork? Ew, does that mean pregnancy? Ugh. I mean, if that's what you want, good luck, but like but that's just gonna make stuff grosser for you. Ew, okay. Well, I can't help you in this group. All this gross stuff. No, none of the gross people chime in. They're either like, "Oh, that wasn't my pile," or they're just like so ashamed they don't want to tell me that they're gross. You can tell me, it happens. It happens. All right, let's see what else is going on with your little cards here. Like, I feel like you have all this stuff going on with like the juggling. I feel like you've got a lot of family plans. Like maybe if this is a new romance situation, you might be splitting families up quite a bit. Like going to their house and then going to your house. And some of your family are okay and some of his are, but not all of them. It's interesting. I was thinking about doing a reading about how to handle that one person in your family that drives you nuts during the holiday season. Because even though these are all timeless readings, like I feel bad for anybody that finds these in July unless they're just like a really Christmassy Christmas fan. Because, it's very Christmas themed. And then I keep doing the winter theme because where I live, it's winter for months and months and months. I love it. Anyway, most people who live here do not, but I do. All right, so going home, seeing family, splitting time. I feel a lot of this like going into your own, but at the same time, because of the partner love connection, that might be kind of putting some people's plans on hold for like career. I know that they always say in the movies to like, do what's best for you, and you definitely should do what is best for you, whatever that looks like for you. But I'm gonna be extra gross and say like, I don't understand it when people are like in love and they like choose their careers over love. I said it. There we go. Everyone's like, that's very gross of you, Miriam. I'm like, I know. It's pretty gross, all right. But it's how I feel. I feel like, I don't know. That's what I would choose because I'm gross. Deep down inside. Oh, King of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. And Queen of Wands in reverse. Ooh, what's going on here? Y'all are throwing me for all these little loop skis with your little energies here. Let's see. I feel as though whether this is part of the relationship or just part of your relationships with people in general, somebody feels like they're giving more than they're getting. Yep. But you both feel that way. Interesting. Yeah. It's like a power dynamic between the two of you. I'm definitely getting like this moving in together and like everything's great and you're super in love, but at the same time you're still like learning how to maneuver around each other and sacrifice things, and it's hard. And people tend to break up around the 5-year mark, People also tend to move in at the like 1 to 2 year mark. So sometimes that can make things interesting. But yeah, it's sort of this feeling of figuring out where you fit together. I don't feel like anything's going to happen that's bad, though. I feel like you're going to work through it. It just seems like that seems to be the main focus in your energy right now, which is super gross, you guys. I know. I'm trying to get these in a good frame for you, but it looks like a mess on my end if I make it look good on the camera. Here we go. Yes. Okay. I really need to update my situation here. I keep saying that and just not doing it. So, all right, what else should we tell you? The High Priestess. You need to trust your intuition at this time. If you feel like you're the one giving too much, that is correct. Three of Pentacles, it needs to be a group effort, and it shall be as long as you work towards that and express that that's what you need. Yeah, healing is on the way. Focus on the good things and not the things that are bad, because there's always things that are bad in every situation. It's good to focus on the things that are also good to keep yourself in balance. I feel like some of you might have this worry inside of you of you're going to make the wrong decision because you were so in love and you'll end up miserable just like your parents or something like that. Not that everybody's parents are miserable, but I feel that fear of like ending up in a miserable marriage and being scared of that. And so your guides are saying not to worry about that. See the little rainbow in the picture behind her dumb little face. See how she's focused in on this instead. She should be focused in on this wonderful space that she has for herself. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Okay. I also feel like for some that are in like a very loving partnership, that a lot of times your friendships and family ships suffer, don't they? Let me know how that suffering's going on in your life. Yeah. Sometimes people can be selfish. And you can worry about the other shoe dropping. Lots of anxiety. Goodness gracious, group 1. You have all the anxiety cards, but what I see is by New Year's, you're going to be laughing about whatever worry you have going on right now. If you're watching this during the time that I'm filming it, which is early December. I know there's like so many cards here of worry, but at the same time, they don't ring true as far as destiny feeling to me. Okay. And we don't read for that sort of thing here anyway. So taking a lighthearted approach to this, it's honestly feeling like you're going to be okay. You can trust where you're at. Yep. Because your wishes are coming true. You need to focus on the wishes that have come true and not worry about the tragedies that have happened in your past catching up to you, sort of. I feel like there might be some PTSD sort of stuff going on here. Of having a rough life and then things get kind of good and you're like, let's focus in on every little negative thing and see it as like this ultimate threat. And your guides are saying that's not true, that things are actually going to balance out quite well for you. And yeah, okay. And with that, I shall leave you. Well, this was fun. You're like, was it? I thought so. Give me comments on how this resonated in the comments section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there's ways to do so in the description box. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye. Hello, group 2. So if you picked a little stripy heart. Let's talk about your card here. It's a ring, so that kind of gives me wedding vibes, which is super gross. This ring looks old. Which to me feels like maybe some of you, this is just a specific few, might be getting some kind or have already gotten some kind of a crazy heirloom antique from like a loved one. Someone who is either still alive or passed recently, but, you know, has gotten to that point of giving away their possessions if they are still alive. And so it doesn't feel like wedding specific for everyone. It just, some people, it feels like an heirloom symbol of some kind. But it feels positive regardless. So some of you are going to get like a nice gift of like heirloomy material. And then some of you might be getting married, which is kind of gross. Ew, gross. Let me know if I need to say gross some more in the comments by saying ew, gross, congratulations, or whatever. Ew. What else? This card's also about new beginnings and like moving forward in a totally different way than you used to. This could also be some kind of being married to your work in some way. For some reason, what popped into my head just then was talking with my partner about how if you wanted to own a restaurant that you owned yourself, you would basically have to marry the place and live there forever. I mean, that's why so many people do like the whole family owned thing, because otherwise they'd miss out on their entire family life if they're all in that place by themselves. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, that came through. So would have been a specific message for some also. I'm feeling some very heavy, big family vibes. Like family is important to you, or you want a big family if this is like a new courtship or a new engagement of some sort. If some of you are wondering if this is leading towards marriage, I would say that you have a good indication of that being a yes, since, you know, there's a ring there and all. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get you some tarot before I get grossed out. I'm trying to think of anything else that goes with that card, but I can't think of one. I can't think of nothing. Oh, gross. You guys. Wow. It just gets grosser and grosser by the minute. Okay, so we got 2 of Cups and Ace of Wands. Hopefully I don't need to explain to you why this is gross, but apparently I probably should. Partnerships. This can be one of the marriage cards. I was talking about like being married to your work, so you could be like partnering up. Whatever it is, it feels like a dream come true. Like a brand new beginning to like a wonderful new life. The Star, getting recognition and feeling like healed and happy and recognized and seen. 5 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. I feel like with the 5 of Swords that some of you are actually feeling like it's okay to be like nah to people who maybe thought you'll never be happy. Maybe they said that to you a lot and you're like, happy now, B words. Okay. I support you in that endeavor. Interesting. I feel like some of you have this weird fear of the future, of being trapped in a future that you didn't want. And that could be part of the fears that you have going into like a marriage or going into blah, 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 you know, a partnership that's like a lifelong deal with like a career or a lifelong commitment in some other endeavor. I get that. If it's career, I feel like some of you are afraid it will fail. If it's like love, I feel like some of you are like, oh my gosh, but if it doesn't work out, I'll feel like if they left me, I'd be the saddest little cat on the block, you know? Your guides are showing that's probably not going to happen. This card is about a fear and not about it actually coming to pass, okay? This is also about like fear of the future, right? And being chained to something like a negative thought is totally a choice, right? Yeah, we need balance, babies. You can do it. And that card promises that you will do it. What else? Yeah, victory with the Chariot. Well, let's get some more Lenormand cards. Ew, gross. So some of you have your head all wrapped up in the idea of a man. For those of you that are men, it's like this whole wrapped up idea of being the man. And yeah, you're kind of the man, or like, yeah, you're kind of like with a great guy, it seems like, but at the same time, you need to like keep track of yourself. I'm saying that to both of those groups. If you're like, what does that mean? Keep track of myself. I don't know. That's just what your guides are saying. Like planting good seeds, building a good foundation, being strong and having a strong foundation around you. Yes, yes, yes. It's like overall your guides are showing you definitely don't have anything to actually be worried about with that failure thing or that abandonment thing or being stuck, you know, making the wrong decision and then being stuck, right? You can always walk away from any situation if it turns out you don't like it there. That's something that a lot of people need to realize. It's okay to realize you've made a mistake. It's also okay to go forward with the information that you have. If it feels good, go forward with it. You know, life's short. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Do I have anything else to say about that? I don't know. Gross. That just caught my eye. I should just stop there before I get sick. If this is helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We will see you in the next one, my friends. Take care. Bye. Hello, group of 3. So if you picked the fox and this little red Jasper stone, let's go ahead and talk about your overall big life path energy right now. You are definitely living by your wits and possibly have been for quite some time. I feel like sometimes people might give you a hard time for being crazy in a way. But I feel like there's method to your madness, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think you're crazy. And I don't think those people actually think you are either. I think you're mad in craft, as Hamlet said. Which, you know, we give him a lot of credit for being smart. You know, if you actually read the play, he's kind of... Anyway, don't get me started on that. But my feeling about you is that you are quite smart and quite crafty. And you've survived through a lot of crazy stuff. And you shall survive again with this craft that you've crafted. Yes, what else? I don't know. I gotta get some tea and think about it. And like, I don't feel like you're crazy at all, but I feel like sometimes you feel like you might feel a little crazy. That's because you have to be all on alert all the time. I feel like that's a thing that a lot of you feel. And that isn't over yet, that you still have to carry that with you. And maybe perhaps you always shall. Well, that's heavy. So let's think about allowing yourself some time in the day from time to time to relax. And I know that that's like, everybody knows what relax means, but I actually mean like to relax into some kind of a thought. Like pick a time of day where nothing bad has literally ever happened to you and just sit quietly and be like, I am going to be okay, and practice holding that thought, because it's healthier for your brain to do that than to be like on alert all the time. I got to make sure I'm protecting everybody. Got to make sure I don't mess up, right? That's coming through. You need to be able to like relax and take genuine rest for yourself, where you actually let somebody else take the wheel and worry about whether or not everything's going to come crashing down, because you can't be the one that does that all the time. And even though you've been doing it for a long time, you can't possibly do it forever. So that's definitely coming through pretty hard. However, with the fox energy, you are master resourceful, like super. This is not to disparage you and make you feel like you can't pull something off, because you probably can. And you probably have been able to, but you need to like also give yourself a rest from time to time. Let's get you some tarot. We have a 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands in reverse. King of Pentacles. Five of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Okay, so here's what I have coming through for a lot of you. A lot of you, I feel like the challenge that you've had, a lot of it is just being on your own so much, particularly being single. Even if you have partners in your life, it like feels like you haven't really actually had somebody that felt like they were in it with you for the long haul. That's what I'm feeling here. And so, but like a lot of singleness as well. And so a lot of self-sufficiency is definitely in your corner. I feel like the holidays, if you're watching this during the time that I'm filming this, are kind of a time of stress for you because you have to deal with extended family that you have to see year in and year out, and you're kind of tired of it being the way that it is. You kind of always hoped things would have been better for everybody, yourself included, by now, and maybe they're not, you know, that kind of energy. I'm seeing like a feeling of things should have been better by now at this point in life, and it doesn't feel like maybe it is, and perhaps maybe it never will be, right? Kind of energy is what I'm feeling. So that's what I'm feeling is going on with you. Definitely if you're like, no, I've never been happier, then probably the wrong group. But it definitely feels like a strain of, you know, feeling like you're not quite where you would want to be, you know, and no shame here. I'm not where I want to be. That's for sure. You know, I don't know if I ever will be exactly where I want to be. I don't know if that's actually possible. And if it is, I don't know if it's possible for people like me. Let's get some more cards for you and see what else is going on. Yeah, you're like oppressed by some kind of a belief. Like, to me, it feels like a lack of mentality. Like, if you're upset about being single, you feel like you're always going to be, right? Or if you're poor, you're always going to be poor, you know? Or if you're not happy with your job, you're always going to be unhappy with your job. And you're tired of having to always be, like, strong and always having to think ahead and always have to be the one that worries about everything, right? Your guides are definitely saying you need to let go of that idea that you have to be the one to worry about everything, because that's not possible anyway. And so it's better to just let go at times. I know that's hard to do when everybody else would gladly just drop the ball as well. It's kind of how people test you in some cases, I think. Number 27, the compass is here. Your guides are saying that they are trying to show you the right direction to go. And that did come out right around the time I was repeating that message of not doing everything yourself, that it's not possible. So that's definitely something you need to focus in on, my friends. What else do we have for you? Number 1. And yeah, like the mountain and the guy on the horse. I can't remember what this is called. It's the rider card, I think. It's like about going your own way, freedom, overcoming your own challenges, right? Part of your challenges is that you are allowing people to put you in a role that is not possibly met by one person. Okay. And I don't know how much of a dynamic this is in, like, you know, if it's passive aggressive or aggressive or any of those things. I feel a lot of different dynamics at play. Does that make sense? It feels as though that's part of where your self-worth is being that person for everything, but like you can't for everything. So you're going to have to figure out a way to balance that in some way. And your guides are showing that there are ways to do it I'm feeling a lot of like, you don't have to stay where you're at if that's not where you want to be. Yeah. I keep hearing that over and over. Okay. Let's get some more tarot for you. We have 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and 10 of Wands. The good news about 10 of Wands is that it usually indicates that a time or burden is going to be soon at an end, and that it's not going to get worse than it already is, okay? That you're at the end of that road. Also with the Ace of Swords, that's usually about a new beginning coming forward, a new truth coming in. 6 of Wands is about victory as well as being recognized for accomplishments or being admired in some way. The Lovers, which is super gross. Seeing eye to eye with people. Justice, finding that balance, right? Ace of Wands, new inspirations. And Page of Wands. Again, with the new inspirations. It's just up and up from here. So, yeah, your guides are kind of tough loving on you right now. Like, you can remove yourself from these situations that are not serving you if you wish, and go towards the things that you do want. Okay? There's no eternal punishment for stopping in the middle and going after what you want, or walking away from something because it's not working. The thing to do is just to do it with as much love in your heart as possible and as much dedication to not cause damage as you go forward. Yeah. And with that, I shall leave you. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye. Hello, group 4. So if you picked the Lily card, that was the distinction, was that this is a lily card, the other one were flowers. Totally different, yeah. But they're both positive meanings. This is about accomplishment as well as good luck. It also gives me, and this is just me, so this isn't me going by the rules, it also reminds me of the World card in tarot of like closing up a chapter in a very positive way. So I feel like some of you might be entering towards the ending of something like getting your degree or finishing up some kind of class or certification that you were working on or towards. Yes, what else? Other accomplishments could be work accomplishments that I'm not thinking of because they're just not making a connection in my dumb brain right now. But yeah, moving towards something in a way that you feel proud. Okay. But also like the ending of something as well. Yes. Like not being able to get something back that is now gone kind of feeling. Interesting. It's like bittersweet. Let's look at some tarot. The King of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles. The Hierophant in reverse. 6 of Cups. 4 of Cups. The Lovers. The Hermit. And the Page of Wands. Interesting energy. So I feel like for some, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, for some, I feel right off the bat that some of you might be like graduating from something, and that means that you're leaving behind somebody because you're not going to do the long distance thing. So that might be like a, you know, a breakup that's not because of hard feelings towards one another. I feel like you might be worried that that will lead to you being like the old person in the pub that's sad about the one that got away, you know? Oh, hang on. Like, I feel like for some of you, it's like, oh, if we were in a different situation, we could get married, but we can't get married, you know, because this, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just laughing because I'm a cynical person. It just feels like, yeah, that, I don't know what to say about that, you know, with people. Like, I would feel like if I was in love, I would stay wherever that person, I'd work it out somehow. But maybe somehow you just can't, and I'm just not thinking of what that situation is. Anyway, I feel like you are cherishing the memory of them and moving forward into something new, and just hoping that it brings wisdom into the life that you're bringing in now. Because I do feel like it is like a big career choice for a lot of people in this group of like letting something end so that you can begin something new. Yeah. And like all things and all changes, it doesn't all feel good. And sacrifices had to be made. That's not cool. It makes me sad. Okay, let's get you some more of these. We have the fox, the cross, and whatever number 20 is. Okay, so anyway, with the garden card, this is about socializing and like going after what you instinctually know is right. And you know that the time has come to go. And so regardless of the things that are hard to leave behind, you are moving forward with a steadfast heart towards your goals, which is quite admirable. I feel like you're doing it for a greater good, even beyond what you would want for yourself. So that's a very noble feeling. It also feels like, like it feels like civil servant kind of stuff. All these cards just fell. I'm gonna have to get them for you. Okay. That's a lot. Alright, we have the Page of Swords. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, walking away towards something better though. Nine of Wands. Strength. And the Moon. So your guides are saying that your intuition is spot on. There is going to be some fear of what you cannot see ahead. But that is just life. And they say that, oof. It's time to get over it, apparently. Like that Four of Cups just shot right off the table. So apparently that's not part of your reading anymore. If you're feeling like mopey or down, I guess that's your guide's way of saying to ante up and go do something different. I feel like with this card, it's like creating your own tradition in some way. Yeah, and making your own way, your own path somehow, now that this other part is over. Interesting energy group for, let's get a couple more. Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Knight of Swords. So I'm seeing everything moving positively forward. Even if there is something ending, I don't feel like the best part of your life is over. Okay. It looks like you have abundant, wonderful things coming towards you and that you are on the right path. And anything like this that needs to stay in your present will find its way there, right? If not, then it's not meant to be. Okay, if this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you would like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We will see you in the next one, my friends. Take care. Bye.